What is going on, everybody, and welcome back for another video. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how you can easily build this version of the boar breeder. It's a simple setup where you can stockpile a ridiculous amount of food in the trough. They drop below into a little pit where you have a built-in color beneath the stone floor that you can set ablaze once you have enough boars in there, and roast up the piggies like they have swine flu, and sit back, enjoy the show, and collect everything they drop. But having it dug out and down low like that also makes it easier for you when you're trying to replace a pig or set it up for the first time. You don't have to push them up a very long stretch. It's 4 or 5 staircases. And as you can see right here, we have it set up with the slopes so that you can just push them right in and they slide right down into place, right in front of the trough where they can stuff their faces and pump out piggies through the opening behind them. And then you can just stand right here in front of this post and bounce all fruits and vegetables except for glowing mushrooms and feed the boars. I stuck 2,000 carrots in here and it held it. And they just sat here for days and ate, happy as hogs. So step 1, we're going to have to dig us a hole. Now we're going to go down deep enough, maybe say 3 or 4 blocks, so we can get 10 meters away from the breeding boars, because that's as far away as you have to be to allow them to spawn infinitely. You can't have any of the piglets within 10 meters. So that's 5 wall blocks, people, if you don't know. So get your area all nice and prepared to build on, and I'm just going to throw a couple up here real fast just to get going, and then we're going to come back down below and we're going to layer the area with cement blocks. And then you gotta knock out 2 right below the front of it where your boars are actually gonna hang. And this is gonna be our color. When the pin gets full up, we're gonna turn the hearth on, and since it's buried below it, they can't attack it. And they freak out when it turns on, so they just constantly run over it and explode and explode. But as you can see, we're gonna be building a little makeshift stairway up here. And this one's not gonna be perfect right on it. We just need to get over to the top of our post to be able to build on it. And then we'll build a walkway and staircase on our way out. So we're going to build over, and off of our center post we're going to place 1 half block, and then we're going to place 1 half block on the side halfway in between, and then we're going to go to the other side and place another half block halfway in between, and then we're just going to box it out. And those half blocks right there is actually what your boar will be standing on eventually, and their heads will be sticking over to the outside of that box. And now we're just going to frame in the rear area where your piglets will actually spawn and drop through down into your pit. And if we keep all of these boxes 1 meter wide, that's close enough together to where the boars can't actually turn around or move. So we have 2 little separate pins. And then we're going to add 45-degree slope roofing tiles right there, that way, so that it's nice and smooth as we push them in there and they slide in like butter. You don't have to mash them down and jump on them or anything. Now we're going to take the 1x1 squares and we're going to go right across the front of it, and we're going to make our trough. And now we're going to use the little 1 meter blocks to go around the side and box out our trough with that's going to store all of our pig slop. And boom. There we go. Alright. So now we're just going to build our walkway back real fast to get rid of this makeshift BS right here. And if you do this fast enough, you won't have to add support in until you're done, because every time you add into it, you're just going to reset your integrity, for those of you who don't know. So, and we're going to do just an extra meter off on the side. That's why I'm using 2. That way it's a little wider. And I'm going to attempt to use this for woofs, if you cannot see, as I have built pins around the bottom to tame them in. And for future reference, if you already have wolves in the pin when you build this, they're just going to constantly get in your way. But after you're done building your official stairway, we're going to run back up top, and we're going to rail in the backside so that the pigs can't escape. And then we're going to build a simple divider in between them. That way they just can't turn, and it'll keep them straight facing the trough. And then slap up your feeding post to bounce food off of, and you're good to start your railings. And I'm just going to do with the 20-degree angled boards. and just run right up the side instead of the fences, so it looks better. And I leave this up here permanently, just in case your boars do get attacked or they despawn, or if anything happens to them, we have a steady supply down at the bottom of 2-star and 1-stars, which you can get higher star boars the further you venture out. There's like a 10% increase or something the farther you go. But if you make it a little wider right here, it's also a little easier to get them in. It's optional. I like to do it that way you have extra playroom if you have to spin them around or something. And boom, your breeder is good to go. And I am going to go ahead and get a wolf up in here. It's pretty easy since they'll follow you all the way up there, and at the end you just kind of get on the other side of them, let them go, get them to follow you again to spin around, and then knock them in there. Now unfortunately with the wolves in this breeder, it works, but you have to get up there and knock the puppies in sometimes. So I'm just going to stick to the boars like I designed it for. And then once you have, of course, the breeder going for a while, they're going to build up and build up and build up, and you're going to have to go below and kick the tires and light the fires and pop some piggy popcorn. Oh my god, it's so fun every time. It's so much more enjoyable than just smashing them up. I'm not sadistic, I swear I'm not. But that pretty much wraps it up, everybody. I hope y'all got something from the video. If you haven't already, hit the like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to catch everything Valheim, and I will see y'all in the next one.